Right, guys, Gemini back with another video, and today with my Survivor Series reviews, Survivor Series 91 Flashback. We're taking a look at the 1991 Survivor Series, the 5th annual. It's Detroit, it's 1991. The WWF is just kind of starting to walk on the dark side in regards to their programming. They had never been so heel heavy in the company's history. They had never pushed heels like the way they did in 1991. And to be honest with you, 91 Survivor Series was the darkest Survivor Series of all time. And this was the event that The Undertaker put Hulk Hogan down for the WWF World Heavyweight title. At this point, The Undertaker only held the title for 6 days until this Tuesday in Texas, which was like 6 days later. But the way The Undertaker won the title, Joe, Ric Flair comes down, puts a chair in the ring, Undertaker tombstones Hogan and wins the world title. Nobody could believe it. All the little kids in the crowd were crying. It was insane to see The Undertaker defeat Hulk Hogan for the WWF World title. Another underlining theme of this was right around the time when Macho Man Randy Savage and Jake the Snake were having their blood feud. What I mean by blood feud is loser leaves the sport. They hate each other so much where the loser leaves the sport of professional wrestling. It was insane. Jake the Snake slapped Miss Elizabeth around, and Macho was beyond pissed. It was intense. So Macho and Savage, or Macho and Jake, weren't even at this event. They just went ahead and they did the three-man. It was supposed to be Legion of Doom and the Boss Man with Savage versus Natural Disasters and IRS. But Savage and Jake the Snake, after what Jake the Snake did to him on Superstars, where he put the snake on his arm and bit him and whatnot, it was crazy. And then the opening match, Captain Rowdy Piper, Bret Hart Virgil, the Bulldog, versus Ric Flair, Teddy DiBiase, the Mounting the Warlord, and Ric Flair won that by a countout. Ric Flair's out there holding his NWA World title, and it's all blurred out and whatnot. Rockers and Bushwhackers versus Nasty Boys and Beverly's. And in this match, you can see Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty start to have a few problems, and they're pushing and shoving each other and whatnot. And this led to the breakup of the Rockers. Eventually, what was it, like January 11th, 92, I want to say, that Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window on Brutus the Barber Beefcake's talk show. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Slaughter, El Matador, Texas Tornado went over on Mustafa, Berserker, Barbarian, and Skinner. Mustafa was Iron Sheik. Wow. What can you really say about Survivor Series 91? It was dark, it was grim, it was heel heavy, it was Detroit. You had a new world champion. Ric Flair was just starting to make his name in the WWF. Survivor Series 91, the gravest challenge, one of my favorite Survivor Series of all time. This has to be a sentimental favorite among the fans everywhere. In comparison, if you compare the WWF in November 91, they're just killing it. And over on WCW, at the time, right around October, November 91, it looked like half the wrestlers were more concerned about the Braves in the World Series than going out and performing their wrestling matches. The Braves were in the World Series around that time, and all the wrestlers were coming out in their Brave stuff. And it looked like the WCW wrestlers needed to focus less on baseball, more on wrestling. WWF was all about business that night, and that's why the Survivor Series 91 was a lot more remembered than, say, Halloween Havoc 91. So, with all that being said, I'm Gemini, and thank you for watching this video on Survivor Series 91. Have a good one.